by the outgoing governor of Laikipia, Honorable Nderitu Muriithi. I am myself just a member and I've had discussions with them, and I'm leaving shortly because I'm going to Mwingi to attend a funeral. But I just want to say a few things here, that this board has steered the campaign. They have been very engaged in designing strategies of our campaign, and I'm very grateful for the job that they have done so far. As you know, that we have sent a petition to the Supreme Court, and we are eagerly awaiting the outcome. The chairman is going to address you on the issues that the board has discussed. I just want to mention here that 2 days ago, I got a phone call from the Secretary General of United Nations, Mr. Guterres. Mr. Guterres called me to talk to me about the developments in our country and the region generally. I briefed him about what has happened in our country, the outcome of our general elections, and the processes that we have initiated to get a satisfactory solution to this problem. He was, of course, very grateful to the manner in which we have behaved and the way in which we have conducted everything up to now. I gave him an assurance that Kenya's democracy must mature and that we are determined to pursue legal and constitutional means to resolve the disputes that we have over the decision by the IBC to try to hijack our victory. We also talked about regional issues, security in this region, the Horn generally, and we told him that we are very much committed to ensuring stability in this region, that we will continue to make our contribution as a country when we get government to deal with the threat of terrorism, and also to ensure that stability comes back to our region. This basically was the content of my discussions with the Secretary General of United Nations. At this stage now, I want to invite the chairman, Honorable Nderitu Muriithi, to take over this press conference. Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, and the members of the board. As His Excellency has briefed you, we've had extensive discussions in the board and with His Excellency Raila Odinga, who we believe is truly the democratically elected fifth president of the Republic. Now, we want to say to the country that we must be able to go beyond the rituals we've had previously and be able to conduct meaningful democratic elections. We want to say to the country, we must get away from running the affairs of the state on the basis of the briefcase that some of our colleagues would like to return us to. That coalitions that we form must, of course, be based on principle, not just on convenience and in fulfillment of people's stomachs. We want to encourage the country and our supporters to stand tall as we put greater effort to ensure that we are building better democratic practice for our great Republic of Kenya. And that better democratic practice must start by us ensuring that presidential elections are fair, are true, are meaningful, and reflective of the will of the citizens. I'll give you just one example. In proper conduct, it should never even be necessary for a candidate to have an additional agent, because why is it not practical for the IEBC officials who are paid with public money to actually conduct a fair, credible election? The very idea that you must have somebody else looking is because of the culture of stealing of votes. And this is what we must overcome. And therefore, we want to encourage the country that we, as Azimio, encourage everybody to join with us to build a truly democratic country. We thank you very much indeed. Yes, and in haste, I forgot to remind you, we are quite ready for the elections on Monday in Kakamega, in Mombasa, as well as in 6 constituencies, and we look forward to it. We encourage all our supporters and all Kenyans to get out and vote. It is your right, it is your responsibility. Tafadhalini, let us come out and vote on Monday in the respective areas. Thank you very much indeed. Fatma.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. On matters of court, we leave it to the good lawyers, though we know we have a strong watertight case, and we are prepared to go for a rerun. And we know when we go for rerun, Baba will be the 5th. But I just want to say one thing about Mombasa. As all of us are going to Mombasa and Kakamega, to make sure that those are our traditional seats and we bring it home. But in Mombasa, it's really unfortunate that the CEO of IEBC recruited his wife to be the county returning officer for Mombasa, one Swaleh Yusuf. One, that is a conflict of interest. Number 2, there's a scheme to deny the people of Mombasa their will and to rig, and we will not going to allow that. So as we go to Mombasa, we want to tell Marjan, we know you have already planned using your wife to rig the election of Mombasa.